What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Here we're taking a look at the IS-1, and we're on Maginot Line. This heavy tank from the Soviet Union doesn't have very good gun depression, so I went with one of the more logical places, that being the middle cap at Bravo. A has too many hills, Charlie has too many city streets, and I don't have any allies support there, so it felt like a bad place to go. So went to the middle, and you may have noticed that we weren't the first team here. There was an M22 Locust that had raced the cap, and he just got killed off to my left. Poor little guy, but that's the life of the Locust. Now, as far as the IS-1 goes, this is one of my favorite Soviet tanks, and it wasn't always that way. I started off with the T-34s, of course. They're a terrific medium tank, but you get a little tired of that gun. It's a little weak. 76mm. The first tank that I unlocked with that had the 85 was actually the Kiwi 85, and it was a godsend. The gun was amazing. Good penetration, lots of high explosive filler, just excellent. The IS-1 I feel is basically a better heavy tank at this BR at 5.3. You have excellent armor, both turret, the upper plate, lower plate's pretty good. The lower plate is actually the area that you want to pen if you got a good gun and has a good high explosive filler, because you could pen that lower plate, and you often one-shot this vehicle with say a Tiger's 88mm or a German 75, and of course the American 76, which we will see in this game. We are facing the Americans and Brits, so you can expect a fair amount of Shermans in this battle. You saw the very first tank I took out was a Sherman, and the second tank is an M6A1 who was looking the other way, so I took him out. And what I'm basically going to do is just hold this area. The Bravo cap, I feel, is probably the best cap to go to if you want kills. Charlie is pretty dangerous due to all the city streets. It's very easy for an enemy tank to hide behind or next to a building. The Bravo cap is somewhat in the open, but at the same time somewhat protected by the buildings in its very close vicinity. And then around it, there's a lot of rolling hills. A is completely exposed, lots of hills. It's a terrible area to go to if you have poor gun depression. So I tend to only go to A if I have a tank like a Chieftain or a King Tiger or something with 8 degrees of gun depression or better. Those are pretty good tanks to go hold down with. With B, you can kind of just patrol this area, and even though there isn't really a valley or a canyon to funnel people into B, the way it plays is people just seem to drive this way and get easy kills. It's kind of a fun place to go. I'm in kind of an awkward place right now because I'm not on a hill. I'm actually in more of a valley area, and I can't see around me very well, but look at this guy. Little M4 Sherman thinks he can get an easy cap again. This was the M22 Locust that started off with the cap. And yeah, you're not gonna get through this time, buddy. He couldn't see me, I couldn't see him initially, and that's one of the risks that you will run into with this little valley, is you can't see your surroundings very well. That makes you susceptible, but it also kind of hides you at the same time. So it's your classic catch-22, you know. Constantly looking around me. You can't be too safe, as I demonstrated just a minute ago with that M4 that just seemingly appeared out of nowhere. Allies have air support up, so P-47s are doing their job. They're rocketing everything. German just took out her KV-1B. That's not good. KV-1B is a really good tank at this BR, especially the 7.56 version. Got a 75mm gun. Over to my left, there's a medium tank that's gotten marked. Can't see him through these buildings, but I'm hoping to get up here and get a sneak shot, but then I see it looks to be an SPA up on this little ridge. Gonna thread the needle and hope I don't overshoot, and I just flip it. M15 just barely got him. M43 just killed a T-34 57 just right next to me. That's what that medium tank was that got marked a minute ago. Question is exactly where on this ridgeline is he? I want to push it, but I don't want to be too aggressive. The M43's got a 76mm gun that can definitely pen me. Pushes forward just at the perfect time. If he had been stationary, that would have been right into the crew compartment. That would have been a one-shot kill. Instead, he moved forward, and all I got was his engine. So he's a fire, but pretty easy to put that out and repair it. That's kill number 6. I take out the Comet who was sniping me. And look at this little guy, just out of nowhere. Feed me! The IS-1 needs feeding. They just keep pouring in. And what's funny is there's no natural formation. You know, this isn't like one of the desert maps that has rock formations that funnel you or create choke points, you know, right into an area. This is a very, I wouldn't say it's flat, but it's very open. A lot of hills. And thank you, taking out the M43, my friend. That saved me a shot, and I don't have to risk my neck to take out that guy. But yeah, there's no natural features that make you come here. There's one more Sherman to add to the kill feed. It's kill number 8. Keep coming, boys. I got plenty of ammo. Hey, he listened. M24 Chaffee. There we go. Keep them coming, boys. As you can imagine, I was feeling pretty darn good at this point. It's not every day that I get an 8-kill game with a single tank, especially in Maginot Online, which tends to have a lot of boring moments to it due to the rolling hills and the fact that the map is enormous. People tend to camp behind hills for long periods of time and don't expose themselves. But this is kind of a slow-paced map. But at this BR, I think this is a great BR for this tank. Oh, another tank. What have we got here? It's like another Sherman. Right through the turret, taking off his gunner, commander, and his cannon breech, so he's out of this battle for a little bit. Meanwhile, gotta focus our attention to the remainder of the battlefield. There's no telling where they're gonna come from. That's one of the predicaments about playing this area of the map is they could come from either spawn. And there's a tank destroyer off to my right. I mean, he could go to A, he could go to B, and I wouldn't even see him if he came to my direction. I'm not even looking that way. I'm looking towards the spawn and towards Charlie because I know that they had Charlie early game, and so I'm half expecting them to continue to come this way, especially with this other Sherman that was over here. I expected my ally who was approaching the city to take out the Sherman that I crit, and he crests the hill and he opens up with his machine guns. He repaired his cannon breech. His gunner was replaced. Why would you shoot your machine guns at me? Why wouldn't you fire your main gun? I mean, I realize the M41 doesn't have a great gun, but you could probably disable my cannon at the very least. Go for my barrel. Anyway, it's just one of those moments that you have to question what's going on here. At this point, I'm thinking, well, the tank destroyer likely is on A. That's probably what made it over that direction. Yeah, I'm still looking towards the left side spawn, thinking something's going to come from there. Checking the right side spawn, I see 2 vehicles. Looks like possibly an SPA and a medium tank. I fire a random shot at the medium tank and got a lucky ass shot there with the Cheeto late. Mark him on the map, and a shot comes in from my left. I thought it came from the left spawn. I'm thinking maybe I missed somebody, but it's actually a Chaffee up on this major hill right directly in front of me. I have no idea what the range on this is, but I fired a random shot just like the Cheeto, and just perfect shot. It's just unbelievably lucky shot. And look at this, somebody's on B. How did this guy get on B? I was right here the whole time. Where did he come from A? Or was he a late comer from Charlie? Now I'm getting shot in the back. I'm thinking I can outrun this guy and sneak away off to the left, but no, he's right here on this road. So I'm going to have to turn and face him. Thankfully, it's just a chaffee. I consider flanking him to the right instead of going right down the road, because that seems like the more logical or more obvious place to go, but he just comes straight at me. No care in the world. Just, I'll take that. 13 kills. And if you watch the replay, or excuse me, the kill cam, the shell actually bounces off the upper plate of the chaffee and goes right into the turret. Like, that's unbelievably unlucky. But what is on B, and where did he come from? I'm not really scared of whatever is here, because I know that at this point in the game, whatever is here is probably pretty low tier. Whereas I'm in the IS-1, I would say that I'm invincible, but I'm pretty tough to kill. Whatever it is, it's hiding pretty well. You always gotta check your corners. You wouldn't believe how many times I get shot from that spot there. Alright, bomb detected. A medium tank just over here to my left. Friendly engine revving up to my right. You gotta be right around the corner here. Yep, Sherman, another Sherman, and he's dead. And that could have gone a whole nother direction. I'm up to 13 kills. Can you imagine if my run had come to an end by a friendly bomb that I didn't see, or I didn't back out of in time because I was so kill hungry? Let's see, we've got a pretty... It's still a very close match. The Allies did a damn good job early on. We were actually behind, if memory serves. Anyway, got Bravo back, and there's a medium, a tank destroyer off here in between B and A and B. I mark him on the map. Given the battle rating of this, I'm expecting it to be either an American M18 or perhaps a British Avenger. Pull forward, trying to look for this guy. I'm expecting him to come right into the cap. Got my trusty T-34 coming with me. Trying to intercept this guy. Where is this tank destroyer? Hello? And they're... What? How are they on B? Oh, we'll just reverse our way back into B. The IS-1 has excellent reverse speeds. M18, it was an M18 that just got taken out, thankfully. But they're still capping. So there's two tanks. I have no idea what the other one is, or how he got here. And stop the cap, and where is it? There it is. To see a smoke trail from the engine. It's a little AA gun. One shot, like there was any doubt. If a little AA gun doesn't have much for armor or for crew. Take him out. Recap B. Planes coming in. They GG to the other enemy team, and they get on Charlie. Like, really? How many times do we have to cap here? P-47 comes in and drops a nuke on my teammate right here. Boy. Actually, those are rockets. We would have to recap A, but we would eventually pull out the victory. It would take a couple of minutes, though, because that was quite a travel to go. Anyway, with 14 kills, pulled in just under 90,000 in Silver Lions and over 9,000 in RP. Just a crazy amount of RP for a vehicle that's not premium. Wish I had a talisman on the IS-1, but of course right now I'm not researching anything, so not gonna do me any good. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, click that thumbs up button, and of course if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care, guys.